just saying, I make this in 2 days.
It is evident I do better when I feel like the world against me and think I should never win. Can I stop and pocket profit every time I push a pen? But I do not push a pen. The pen and the pen that imprison all my kin and my partners and my friends. The politicians that sponsor the prisons that they in. I got partners coming home from rocking 20 in the pen, trying to make amends with baby mamas, get to know they kids. And they cannot sell them. Law won't let them in, man. Them let us out, but will not let us in. Do better when I feel like the world against me and think I should never win. Can I stop and pocket profit every time I push a pen? But I do not push a pen. The pen and the pen that imprison all my kin and my partners and my friends. The politicians that sponsor the prisons that they in, that include the past, the former, current, and ex-president. They quoted like I wrote a signature by Michael Lee. Swear to God that I go hard and that's as hard as MC Lee. I don't need a rebel pen. I will not your rebel pen. Auntie say I'm arrogant. I say I'm intelligent. If I truly know my heart, then why would I bow to men? That I only go to churches where they welcome worthless men who had to get it out the mud and rise up out the settlement. Catch me early like Sunday school. I'm as clean as my Sunday suit. Pastor play you for fool. Yeah, I just keep it cool. As for my dirty money, talking wash away my sins like Jesus opened the arteries.
Trying to take my blessings. They ain't trying to see me. All these people with bad energy. Y'all need a fast remedy. It's giving sad energy. Bringing up bad memories. Baby, I'm too good for the bad vibes. Look too good to be chastised. Dripping that water like I just been baptized. Smelling as big as you ain't even got me. I myself. Need an opinion, I'll ask myself. I might as well spend this little cash myself. Been out here getting this back myself. Putting the work in the trenches. It all worked out. Bench press. They like how I spit my sentence. Bars on lot, sentence. Big old watch, Benton. I'm in another dimension. I could've bought, but I'm renting. Rather put that in investment. Turn up the vibes to the sun. Bags that I got to run up every time. I got talking a wide selection. You tryna take my blessings. Yeah, whatever you like. The math ain't right. I do numbers that gon' make your head spin. I'm the one that they call for the help. I'm the one pulling car get dealt. I'm taking my blessings. They don't wanna see me blessed. Why they wanna take my blessings? Gotta put them boys to rest. They don't wanna see me blessed.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Outside, the wings are Reeves and James. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Plumlee, and it's Doncic in at the 1 spot. And for Phoenix, they've got Hartenstein, Booker out there with Malik Monk. Then it's Rui Hachimura, and it's Sabonis in at the power forwards position. Well, this season, Clark, is still very, very young. How much do you take away from these first handful of games of a season?
I think you take away quite a bit as a whole organization. You know, the front office. office execs are already thinking about how the team can do better, where they might be able to make moves to improve the squad, as are the coaches. So I think these games are important and valuable.
Now here's Booker. Hachimura, the pass to Booker. Over to the left wing. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Monk finds Hachimura. 6 to shoot. Fires it up. And there's Monk on the assist by Hachimura. Monk's got the opening bucket of the night here for Phoenix. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Lakers. And one thing the Lakers are so adept at, Greg, inverting their sets to have different players start the action.
Yeah, it takes a high level of basketball IQ to do that on the fly. Makes defending the Lakers a nightmare. You never know how they'll attack you.
Just 2 to shoot. Reeves can't hit. And it's the Suns' ball. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke with the Suns head coach for just a bit. Their plan defensively is to try to make LeBron into a jump shooter. Coach said many teams plan that, but it rarely works out. You have to fully commit to it. Of course, that means LeBron will be getting all of their attention. Guys?
Thank you, David.
LeBron James. Still possessing incredible athleticism. LeBron James, when he attacks like this, you can almost forget about stopping.
The pass to Booker. Monk outside. Here's Hartenstein. He's guarded by Plumlee. Tips it up. Plumlee with the rebound. 1:20 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Reeves outside. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Passes to Hachimura. And here's Booker, guarded by Doncic. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And love how fearless Booker can be. Even the foul doesn't deter him from finishing off his business.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Andre Drummond's checked in for Hartenstein. Yabusele comes in for Sabonis. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Hachimura. And it's Cody Martin in for Malik Monk. And it's good, 2 points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Pass to connect. And connect. Slams it in.
Rising up. Dalton connect.
Suns have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. 9 feet out. And it's Drummond missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Free throw, good. Allen. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for the Suns.
Isaiah Joe.
There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Vincent. The rebound by Yabusele. Phoenix leading by 5. Drummond finds O'Neal. Now here's Drummond. It's Martin on the wing. Joe passes to O'Neal. Joe with it. Now here's Martin. Defended by Allen. There's the 3. And that does it for the first quarter. Suns lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Hole is out there with Cody Martin. Then there's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Sabonis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Doncic. Following the score by Phoenix. from outside the arc. Phoenix grabs the miss. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans constantly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. So it's the Lakers now. The Suns getting the bucket. Shot clock at 6. He's in the post, defended by Sabonis.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Now we get a chance to check out Devin Booker. Great showing for him last season. 6th in scoring, 10th in free throw percentage, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. The long-range shot from Booker.
This offense just continues to impress.
Yeah, getting hotter and hotter. They're really cooking now, actually cooking with gas, and you know what kind of heat that is. Fire!
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Some changes for Phoenix. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Sabonis. Abusele comes in for Bull. And Rui Hachimura subbed in for Malik Monk. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Plumlee, he's checked in for Jackson Hayes. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Vanderbilt. Allen's checked in for LeBron. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Austin Reeves. Here's Booker. After Luka Doncic's bucket, back to Martin. Pass to Hartenstein. Now Hachimura. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Hachimura's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. To the middle, here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Allen's shot is off. And so it's Phoenix out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now we'll send it over to David. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points and 1 assist. He's been in the midst of some... Thanks for joining us.
And with the big gap on the score.
see me, it starts to stutter in. Then my fancy Timberlands. Then my easy breezy city, rainy yellow polka top. Wanna pay me, you can pay me. Give me the heebie-jeebies, give me the. You know what to do when you see me. It's like, get the fuck out my way. Get the fuck out my way. Get the fuck out my way. Get the fuck out my way.
Cold truth. Cold truth. Yeah, ain't no stopping this train. Ooh. 8,000 miles, pinky blue, pinky blue. But they ain't got it like that, they don't understand smooth. Let me introduce you to the cold truth. Yeah, ain't no stopping this train. Ooh. 8,000 miles, pinky blue, pinky blue. But they ain't got it like that, they don't understand smooth. Let me introduce you to the cold truth. Cold truth. Let me introduce you to the cold truth. Cold truth. This one for the girls, this one for the dogs, yeah. Listen when money talks, yeah. Listen when money calls, yeah. Said this goes for the girls, this goes for my dogs. Go ahead, get involved, yeah. Go ahead, get involved, yeah. Go ahead, get involved. Yeah, ain't no stopping this train, ooh. 8,000 miles, pinky blue, pinky blue. But they ain't got it like that, they don't understand smooth. Let me introduce you to the cold truth. Cold truth. Yeah, ain't no stopping this train. Ooh. 8,000 miles, pinky blue, pinky blue. But they ain't got it like that, they don't understand smooth. Let me introduce you to the cold truth. Yeah, ain't no stopping this train. Ooh. 8,000 miles, pinky blue, pinky blue. But they ain't got it like that, they don't understand smooth. Let me introduce you to the cold truth. Cold truth. Let me introduce you to the cold truth. Cold truth. Let me introduce you to the cold truth.
Inside the hockey store. Cooler than the ice, I probably city on the screen into the poppy store. I got cream watching all the Rockies on. I put pain on it, got some gain on it. 1,000 on this hoodie, never got a stain on it. 1,000 on that, never got my name on it. Yeah, screen inside the seat, and you go watch the game on it.
I don't rest it off. Every festival, keep down. I don't mess with my pockets. Y'all new best, y'all watch.
Bottom models or the McDonald's. Leave my wallet out this argument, I'm 6 foot. I stand on my money, I be 6 foot. All my in crypto when the market took a dip. 20K on Kip, look. Funny now we out to this. Plus I got my moves all around me like an Oculus. Sandbox, a lot of this. Certified, they heard of it.
Happy Halloween and welcome to a spooky screening of the NBA on 2K Sports. Here's hoping all your trick-or-treaters come at halftime. 2 slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Berry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. Here are the 5 for the Suns. They've got Devin Booker, Domantas Sabonis out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Malik Monk and it's Pippen in at the small forward position. And for the Clippers, Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Bogdan Bogdanovic is out there with James Harden. And it's Zubats in at the center position. Well, Grant, to be here for some horrifying hoops on Halloween. You like that?
I do. That's pretty good, man. What could be scarier than losing on Halloween? Looks like a lot of the fans showed up with their Halloween spirit, so it should be fun for everyone choosing to spend their evening with us.
And it's going to be the Clippers off the tip. To the inside, and it's slammed in by Zubats.
Love to see Zubats attacking the rim, staying involved offensively.
James Harden, assist.
Pass to Pippen. Sabonis with it. He's guarded by Zubats. Pippen, pass to Booker. Hachimura, right side. Denied by Leonard. And he gets it back. Booker for 3 from beyond the arc and then some.
Well, the mindset of Booker there, pretty solid. He feels like he can make just about any shot, especially the deep triple.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard, but Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Booker finds Monk. The 3 is up. Connects from downtown.
Now, over the last few seasons, Monk has shown tremendous growth as a passer.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. As you can imagine, the team spent much of their practice preparing for Devin Booker. Coach said there's no great way to defend him. He can beat you at the rim, from mid-range, well beyond the arc as well. And on top of all that, he creates for others. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie. Now here's Booker. His last outing, he had 24 points. Here's Bogdanovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
It's a pretty soft touch for Bogdanovic, trying to do some damage on the inside now.
Back to Monk. Pass to Sabonis. Outside Booker. Here's Pippen. Hachimura left side. Down low. And there's Sabonis. That one's good. On the assist from Hachimura.
Yeah, attack mode from the start. Exactly what you want coming into this game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
They get it again. Up top, Zubats. Here's Bogdanovic. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Pass to Hachimura. And here's Booker. Let's go with a 3. Hits the trifecta. Booker's got his second basket on the night.
And that's a deep make from Booker. From the jump, he's been a 20-point-per-game scorer in this league. So impressive.
It's scooped up. Outside for Harden. Goes back up. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. The last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You cannot afford to do that. When you're in an opponent's building, you got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the night.
Hachimura being able to step out and shoot threes, that's huge for his development.
Knocks it loose. Oh, it's stolen by Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Here's Dunn. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Phoenix closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And their defense has been able to bottle up James Harden. one of the league's elite scorers. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they are, they get the ball.
Derek Jones is out there with Drew Eubanks. Then there's Amir Coffey. Then it's Ben Simmons. And it's Dunn in at the 2. That's the group for the Clippers starting the second. Right side Simmons. Pass to Coffey. Here's the 3. On target from range. Coffey's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. And Phoenix has possession. 4-point game. Hachimura left side. Now here's Joe. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference. And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Up top, O'Neal. Pass to Martin. Back to O'Neal. Hits it from the high post.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, guys, the Suns are going for it. All-star guard Devin Booker said everybody here is on the same page. We're in win-now mode. We want excellence. We know it's not going to be easy, but when you give up that much, we're trying to win this year and years to come. Brian, this front office has been aggressive.
They are all in, Allie. Thank you. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there. So Phoenix going with almost an entirely new group here. Pass to Drummond. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at New Orleans. They've risen to 3rd in the latest power rankings, playing well as of late.
When I look at the Suns, they are showing some progress. Little by little, they're becoming a better team. Now, they just have to maintain this positive momentum.
It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, B.A., that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed, and now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Devin Booker will score by any means necessary, and that time over decent defense, getting the contact.
Powell for 3. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Powell's got 6 points.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run. Picking up right where he left off. Hit 2 triples in the first quarter. Now he gets another to fall.
Harden, the pass to Zubac. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. The 11-footer. And again, it's the Clippers.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
They get it back. Here's Yabusele. Leonard defending. For 3, Booker. Ooh, Booker from range. Pure.
And Booker just keeps taking him. He's a scoring machine.
Foul against the Suns. Gershon Yabusele. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Second shot opportunity. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
These are his first free throws of the game.
For a free throw. 2 shots.
knocks down the first one. Phoenix making a switch here. Good on both. Booker surveying the D. Got it off in time. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And your Clippers USA.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. It was a rough ride in the first quarter for the Clippers. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. They came out in the second quarter with a lot more energy and with some nice offensive stretches and were able to even things up before the half. And let us get your thoughts, big fellas, on the Clippers.
It's hard to feel happy when your opponent's shooting over 60%. You're going to have to make things harder for those guys defensively. Force them out their comfort zone. Contest every shot.
Kenny, your take on Phoenix.
What you like, many of their baskets come off assists. That's a sign of a team that's working together and functioning at a high level. No need to have this hero ball where I'm going to shoot.
And that's...
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And so in the game for the Suns, Domantas Sabonis out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Malik Monk. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Pippen in at small forward.
Well, what makes Kawhi Leonard so effective on those kinds of drives is the kind of pace he goes at it with. He's able to decipher the defense and knows where the help is coming from, and yet he still scores.
When we talk about the top players in the league, Brent, Domantas Sabonis can get overlooked.
You wonder if the record was a little bit better last year for the Kings, where he might have finished in the MVP voting, because this guy led the league in rebounding, and he put up 8 assists per game. So top 10 in MVP, that could have moved up a little bit with a winning record. He is a legitimate star at his position.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. Monk passes to Booker. Look at Booker elevate!
And this is familiar territory for a marvelous scorer like Devin Booker.
1:27 left in the third quarter. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Devin Booker.
They really need to reshape their defense. They have to get out to him quicker to slow his three-point attack.
And the Clippers will go for a different look here. Eubanks, he's checked in for Zubats. Jones comes in for Leonard. Dunn, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Simmons is subbed in for James Harden. Here's Simmons. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
Pass to Sabonis. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Suns lead by 8.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Done. Tipped. Here's Eubanks. Phoenix has gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10 to the paint. Back to Joe. Pass to Martin. Now here's Monk. Simmons defending. Inside. Here's Sabonis. And they'll get another chance. And Hartenstein gets it to go.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Simmons, the pass to Dunn. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Martin. And here's Sabonis. He'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game.
And Sabonis, really a wrecking ball as a player. He loves to get that kind of contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt for the night now. Now a timeout called by Phoenix.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
You've got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Put your hands together for your Clipper Spirit Dance Team.
Free throw drops for Sabonis.
Sabonis is a guy you have to watch closely in terms of how relentless he is. Trying to get in there, mix it up, play physical. He just never stops fighting.
Here's Jones. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Monk finds Sabonis. Here's Martin. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Oh, they're on fire. The run punctuated by the big trifecta.
Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Phoenix Suns, helping them space the floor. 2 triples in that quarter. 3 for the game. Back to the game after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. It's stolen by Drummond. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's Zubats in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
And Booker now in attack mode. That's the kind of hard charging approach he needs to have to get points on the board.
Pass to Powell. Oh, got a piece of it. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
6 on the shot clock. Leonard inside.
Well, Booker asserting himself on the defensive end that time. He has good size and enough speed to annoy the opposing scorer.
That one falls, coming off a Drummond feed. Booker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Phoenix leading by 18. Shot from the wing. And another basket for Phoenix. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Suns.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet.
Boy, Toby Maguire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was a goat. If you want space, I hope you take your helmet off soon as you get up to Venus. And even while sleeping, be thinking so woke. White Cartiers, all I'm seeing is my city laying, and I'm Obi-Wan, got a mission to pass, I just might be the hope. Toby Maguire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was a goat. If you want space, I hope you take your helmet off soon as you get up to Venus. And even while sleeping, be thinking so woke. White Cartiers, all I'm seeing is my city laying, and I'm Obi-Wan, got a mission to pass, I just might be the hope. No Espanol, I'm allergic to Rojo, and legally blind, all I'm seeing is go. D to the A, there and back, if we ride with can't from the T to the O. Up in the you can keep what you up. Granny told me, boy, you reap what you sow. Do the most, we over, even the scope. Steady on the run, glued his feet to the floor. Up in my Tesla, I'm I stopped at Valero, think I should quit. Life is a gamble, and I'm... How we drive, you can come and take a baby sip, still taste it. Just one-to-one, sitting around the stars, double R for the race. Here the race like a spaceship is floating. All this drip, think I'm below sea level. With that weak best, ride around with... Watch 3 pebbles. Bam, bam, down 3, hit the grand slam. 4 pockets full, fully switch, go wham, wham. Count it to my hands crack. Road DSM on the beach, not a sandstand. Boy. Hey, they wanna and leave me to act like they need me. I do it alone. She wanna and go back to hubby, he probably could smell my cologne. The mercy, I show him no mercy. I really was watching the throne. For real. They turning me down when my baby is asleep only time that I'm watching my tone. Look, we don't want chips with a chip on our shoulder. If he Obi-Wan, don't need no promoter. We pull up, they know us. I'm the Ayatollah, snatching your controller. I don't give a about you when I'm focused. All the you take, I'm taking over. I paid attention, don't need no payola. Can't take away from me, you just need to take picture like I made the stencil. Your whole image, I'm a cold Bennett. I don't know what the they done told. I put all of my heart and my soul in it. I make you a person, you so different. I can't listen to you for a whole minute. Took a blood test, ain't no winner. They like, no, he didn't, got him more invested. If it's one thing I make no exceptions. I got new addresses, I got no reception. I got love and hate coming.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. So glad you could join us on this Saturday night. Alongside Greg Anthony, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And tonight, we'll be joined by the man with his finger on the pulse of the NBA, no one better than Shams Charania. Shams, it is so great to have you courtside with us.
Well, Kevin, thank you so much. Talking basketball is what and honestly, we were born to do, so let's do it.
And look at the guys by our side, man. We all love this game. Let's go right into it. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We've got Sharp. Avdia is out there with Ayton. Then there's Grant, and it's Simons in at the point guard. And for the Suns, we've got Booker, Hachimura out there with Green. Then it's Sabonis, and it's Monk in at the shooting guard. Trailblazers moving on. Shams from Damian Lillard, arguably the best player in franchise history. What do you think, though, about the haul they got from that deal with Milwaukee?
It was essentially 2 trades. One, moving Damian Lillard to Milwaukee, and then part of that package was Drew Holiday they sent to Boston. So in total, 3 first-round picks, 2 swaps, some good young players, and DeAndre Ayton. The Portland front office believes that they are building for the future, and with these draft picks, with the swaps, and DeAndre Ayton, they feel like they have the makings and some talent to move forward.
Young team, nice team with a lot of room to grow. Good point. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. And there's the call on Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
That is his first foul of the game.
Foul. First team foul.
Grant outside. Back to Ayton. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a bonus with the drive.
So lethal when your big man can drive the lane with success. Sabonis showing off his agility on that one.
Simons with the ball. Sabonis defending. It's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now, here's Simons. His last outing, he had 24 points. Well, we talked about expansion. That has been floated around. We know that teams would have to realign. Shams, any ideas on which teams might have to shift with expansion in the East or West?
Certainly most of the potential expansion cities, the high-level ones, have been noted as teams in the West. Maybe you have a team out east that is in the West moving into the Eastern Conference. But the league could obviously surprise everyone with a different solution, maybe having one expansion team be an Eastern Conference team, one being a West. There's several options that Adam Silver and the NBA have.
I would think New Orleans would be one of those teams, right? Just where they are geographically. Memphis, Those two teams are in the West, and I could see them maybe going east. Possible?
Certainly Minnesota and Memphis. Those are two teams that, to me, have an Eastern Conference field.
So quick. Simon's using that burst to get to the rim.
Green kicks to Booker. Pass to Monk. From past the arc. The Trailblazers pull it in. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
Green finds a bonus. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Monk outside. Back to Green. Fires for three. Cans it from downtown.
Choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. I be screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. Keep it all low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But if you can keep it like nobody knows. Keep it all low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But if you can keep it like nobody knows. I need total confidence with private. Don't want no one thinking I'm a robot. Time so changed that we on the first class trip. Don't work my nerves, you know I can board it. We ain't no more. You talk that talk, but he don't match up with. So whatever you whatever you need, don't call me. Got another side on me, I like to get it poppin', but these in my business got me out to choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. You know, I'm just screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. Keep it all low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But if you can keep it like nobody knows. Keep it all low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But if you can keep it like nobody knows.
This for my city, this for my city, this for the town, this for the town, this for the win, this for the win, this for the crown, this for my homies and brothers, they know that I love them, I got them, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city, I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, 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 this for my homies and brothers, they know. Got 'em, I'm holding it down. Shorty, you pretty, you come to my city. I promise, I'll show you around. This for my city, this for my city. You know how we own it, they know how we coming. Visit my city, we thank you for coming. We party at night and go home in the morning. Shorty is watching, she know that
that I'm on her. Got me excited, she know that I want her. Tell me your price, she want me to spoil her. She don't like rappers, she only ballers. This for the city, this for the boroughs. They saying that I'm the Tupac of my borough. We had to get it, we had to hustle. Couldn't just...
And that's the player introductions completed. So in just a few moments, we'll be back and ready for action. Greetings and thanks for ending your Monday on 2K Sports with some NBA hoops. Brian Anderson here. With me tonight are analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here are the five for Philadelphia. They've got Joel Embiid, Kelly Oubre out there with Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's McCain in a two-guard. And for the Suns, Rui Hachimura is out there with Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk, then it's Connect, and it's Booker in at the point. For NBA fans, early season games are so entertaining to watch, Grant. What's your favorite part of the early goings?
You know, BA, take your pick. Rookie development, team chemistry building, plus you wait all off-season to see how your team measures up. And now, we get to find out.
And it's the Sixers to start out. Here's Embiid going inside, and Embiid throws it down.
You see that? That's called mobility, people. Embiid just moves with such effortless fluidity when he's attacking the cup. It's crazy.
And here's Connect outside. Nails it from three.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Well, Dalton Connect had a late growth spurt during college, and it really helped his game, Grant.
He really did. I mean, BA, he started college as a 6'3" guard, but grew 3 inches during his first 2 seasons and added some muscles. Now at 6'6", he can play confidently out there on the wing.
Embiid can't hit. And here are the Suns. Pass to Booker. The three ball. And the three-pointer goes.
We thank you for coming. We thank you for coming.
Are you gonna call me like you said you would? Is this really your real phone number?
Some of y'all go get washed, some of y'all just go pop, some of y'all just go talk, but none of y'all ain't really got. Some of y'all just look lost. I get this type of feel you ain't accustomed to. I swear I'd be at peace if it weren't for you.
Yeah, only want your love if it's solid.
But if it's me, then you, and that's the way I like it.
That's the way I like it.
And that's the way I like it.
Ain't cooking a smile for none of these.
That's the way I like it. That's the way I like it. I'm 30 for 30, I'm 30 for 30, I'm 30 for 30, I'm 30 for 30.
Chat. Should they fold that no yoga mat? Chat. Should they don't hit me back? Chat. Should I no questions asked? Chat. They chatting, they chat. When the sun go down, everything made me feel lonely. Hello, sad thing, but right now it's just a hold me. Try to feel good inside, enough, no one to hold me. Hype me up, you give me hype. You my favorite coach, compress the line. Dress up, that's my only vibe. When he tell me if I'm feeling fine, I run it up, risk it all, like taking it all. It's my second life. That's me, passed out in the Maybach seat. Cash out on the back sand beach. Already know my body. Already know that's me. You might get
Some of y'all just go talk, but none of y'all ain't really got. Some of y'all just look lost. ain't been no tape. They salute me so much every time I show up, her about face. Everything no cut, y'all up, I'm really gonna trip about bait. Load a heady 7 guts while you waiting on nuts, tell them I was on PCH. You went that's thinking they cuter than you? So you on your cycle, but he on this too? The tables been turning so much, I was thinking it's foosball. The tenderness of them mistaking them for some wagyu. Walk, talk, like Kenny, like Boss, like Solana. I promise, more buzz. There's a waltz, there's a crater, or a spaceship. Get lost. I wager whatever you worth. I bought something about a conservative regular girl that still can thorough as don't need your psychic can reach a zodiac sign. It must be a Gemini moon, cause we about to go half. Mistakenly, nobody been in a bag, but how many bodies done? Some of y'all go get washed, some of y'all just go pop, some of y'all just go talk, but none of y'all ain't really God. Some of y'all just look lost. I get this type of feel you ain't accustomed to. I swear I'll be at peace if it was.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. And you've got it on 2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and 2 Hall of Famers. Doris Burke here at the table, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. So the opening lineup for the Heat, they've got Adebayo, Hero out there with Mitchell. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Phoenix, Hachimura out there with Connect. Then it's Sabonis. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Monk in at the 2-guard spot. And with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this part of the season?
And Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best 5. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes. So I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
Now here's Wiggins. Here's Adebayo. Off with the layup. Here's the Suns with the ball. Stolen by Hero. In transition, here comes Miami. And Adebayo gets it to go on the assist from Hero. Adebayo's got the first points on the scoreboard for the Heat. You know, Doris, you think back to the Suns in the NBA Finals not too long ago. How quickly things can change in this NBA.
Wow. Kevin, success in the NBA is fragile, it's tenuous, and it's never guaranteed despite past success. The Suns shook up their core after losing in the finals, just trying to get over the hump. But that delicate balance obviously hasn't worked out. They're
Had a long day, body like wow. Like, wait. You know I'm an east side, big TDs, type of whole rep, that. Top dog, 6 top ramen now, steak and lobster with a shrimp, Put a ribbon on it, get you. Real, never switch, Came a long way, came a long way, came a long way, came a long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, and it's still that way. Broad day, live that way, that way. Came a long way, real long way. Been a long way, real long way. And it's still that way, still that way, and it's still that way. Still that way, still that way, still that way. Woo, woo, woo. This not a drill. Bucket of ice on me, how should I chill? Watch out. Know how I'm built. Still in the trenches, we out in the field. If she in her bag, then it's Prada Chanel. The is fake, for real. Still that way. Run up if you feel that way. You can get this work, but the work don't ship, cause it really don't feel that way. Seen a whole lot of rapping and a whole lot of get chipped like ice. The price just went up, the checks come down from talking that spice. Talk to me nice. You know I'm an east side, big TD, step a whole rep, that. Top dog, 6 top ramen now, steak and lobster with a shrimp, Put a ribbon on it. Real never switch that. Came a long way. Came a long way. Came a long way. Came a long way. Been a long way. Real long way. And it's still that way. Still that way. And it's still that way. For a day. Live that way. That way. Came a long way. Real long way. Been a long way. Real long way. And it's still that way. Still that way. And it's still that way. Still that way. Still that way. Still that way.
Been through this and that, though we still attack. Get the off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. This right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If it's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact. Guess I gotta go again and show them it ain't luck, yup. And they thought it was over for me, boy, they had me. Been through all the rain, now the sun on me. Ain't no point in stressing, gonna be what it's gonna be. Back to back with the prayer, so many times I gotta memorize. I done seen so much pain, I think I need to sensitize. OG's talking about stick to the script, I had to improvise. This that classic B.I.G., I got them hypnotized. Moving at my own pace, doing it my way. Way before the braids, yeah, they been took the wave. Ain't nobody from the crib ever did it big like this. It's like my parents turned to my kids, how I'm taking care of they. I had to go through it just to get to it. Had to watch from the bench, I had to sit through it. Get to it, trust issues, brought my to it. My own had to do it. I hope the same demons don't haunt me. Come with the down life, members only. I'd have been down so bad before, I swear I wasn't gonna get back. But look, the old me and the new me is a mismatch. They don't understand or how much it's taking off your mind, off your soul, just to show up and make it. This for my dog that's overwhelmed. Even if he don't make, no one never break it. Cause we've been through this and that. No, we still intact. If they off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that. No, we still intact. That's right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If there's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact.
To the public, still I'm getting chicken. I'm just reminiscing. I was broke as when that song dropped. Effect, heard they talking about I switch. I put the city on my back.
Been through this and that, though we still intact. If they off in the back, then I guess we wasn't a match. Me and my dogs all made a pack. If we don't get it, we can't come back. And every time we came back, that's a fact, that's a fact. Been through this and that, though we still intact. That's right here for all the ones that ain't here, can't come back. If there's one thing I'ma do is put the crib on my back. Now we back, that's a fact, that's a fact, that's a fact.
That's a fact, that's a fin that crack back. She knew I with me cause I'm like, can't see it back, get the pop start, I'm getting nigga. It's the dream being big back then. I don't know the things, just see how I live. This is wrist for a bit, and I'm free, and I'm getting richer than a told. I ain't look like low shit, man, he say glee. And the ski get me back on my feet.
You feel better when it's earned, that's a fact. Play me, lesson learned, that's a fact. Everybody gon' get their turn, that's a fact. If the job ain't done, I don't wanna hear congrats. Mortal Kombat straight out the pit, that's a fact. Thought I wasn't gonna bounce back in this, that's a fact. Best thing my ex ever had, that's a fact. Only thing with their back against the wall is the plaques.
badder than. Anyway we see them, we a bang pan another one. Boss up. Any boy this ballot on them in a bad man, you know where vibes can done. Vibes can done with a sound boy for fun. Big bad man from outer England. Bass like
badder than, bad from me bad. Where you get your
A look at the Lakers as they get off the team bus after arriving at the arena. Pumped up to go after a road win here tonight. Welcome, sports fans. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson. Alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill, Allie LaForce is our reporter. And now the Los Angeles starters. Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Mason Plumlee out there with Royce O'Neal. And it's Doncic in at the 1. And for Phoenix, Devin Booker out there with Malik Monk. Then it's Connect. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. And it's Hachimura in at the 4. And as some of you might know, this game serving as the third contest in group play of the NBA Cup tournament for these two teams. Grant, a lot on the line here tonight for them.
Yeah, B.A., and both sides are very much alive in the group stage at this point. Whoever gets the win here is well on their way to the next stage of the NBA Cup.
Now here's Doncic. Drives to the hoop. And Doncic with the jam.
Ready for takeoff. Doncic taking advantage of the opening.
Pass to Monk. Sabonis with it. He's checked by Plumlee. Outside Booker. Here's Connect. From deep. Always a nice way to start. Makes it.
The old Ken, like big crane face from the north. How did I come this far? I think I'm a bandit, they think I'm a star. When I cut through, man, they breathe like raw. Face so bait that I can't go shop, man. I always get clocked. It's so hot. Is it a fan or is it a op? Either way, man, I'm moving on job. I love my freedom, but I risk it anytime I see them. Fly at the ride, man, pre them. Caught me up, man, he kept on. L2R2, man, pop this corn like the cinema view. If bros see Jaws, man, drilling it too, man. Step trying to finish them youths. Man, cut you, bust that. Painting, give me that WhatsApp, but when I hit you, better bring me that rucksack. Like, on the off block with a rock back. Hands on, man, clutch that. Don't sell, man, cock that. Any up on site, man, that. I'm like, who's that, what's that? Man, cut you, bust that. Think, give me that WhatsApp, but when I hit you, better bring me that rucksack. Like, on the off block with a rock back. Two hands on, man, clutch that. Any shoes on sale, man, cock that. Any up on site, man, that. Right now, I see my lifestyle's changing. Can't lie, see I like it. I was chilling in a band with cats last year. Now I'm chilling with a crew from Love Island. Ken said do this music thing. I don't like when you talk about riding, but it's exciting. I love money big. They throw C-Jaws and I'm drilling it too. Man step and flex round there trying to finish them youths. Top block drilling it. More time man stepping in twos. Watch my back when I lean. Man do the same cause that's my brother. Put one hand on my brother. Man's getting straight round there with a straight. Man talk tough and then catch him in the flesh. I just put me a 10 now. So you know I'm about my bar. I love my freedom, but I risk it anytime I see them. Fly the ride, man, freedom. Put me up, man, he kept on. L2R2, man, pop this cool like the cinema view. If bro see Jones, man's killing it too, man. Step trying to finish them youths, no. Man, cut you faster. Give me that WhatsApp, but when I hit you, better bring that rucksack. On the block with a rock back. 2 hands on my flash that. Don't sell my top that. Any up on site, man. I'm like, who's that? What's that? Man, cut you faster. Give me that WhatsApp, but when I hit you, better bring me that rucksack. Like, on the old block with a buck back. 2 hands on my clutch that. Don't sell my cock that. And you up on back, man.
And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. Yeah, she shaking that shit like an earthquake. I know it's never. But I couldn't be up like you, I could never. He said he couldn't meet a like me, he could never. It's hard to say loyal to you when she looking at me in that way. It's hard to not think about the way I that now you remember. Blow me her page and then she was you the spirit of Jezebel, look girl, you was on my tether. I was giving my all to you, you cold, I gave you my sweater. Took you to a ball or two, and baby you fit in a zipper. I'm doing my all for you. And you were just saying this with her. But one thing I know, my money is small for you. So you better sounding hurt for right. I'm rolling Santana tonight. I'm wearing Rick Aaron tonight. Yeah, I'm counting the bands tonight. Yeah, that's rain tonight. Yeah, I'm getting the 10 today. I'm getting some tonight. Yeah, I'm running the race tonight. I'm running the race tonight. I'm getting the 10 today. I'm running the race tonight. I'm running the race tonight. I'm getting a 10 today. I'm running the race tonight. And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. Yeah, she shaking that shit like an earthquake.
Yeah, let's shot it one on the game when she see us have that G. Want my last name, but I'm feeling pass is free. Yo, she tryna get in my mind, I lock the door and pass the key. Yeah, I tell that one time the shit ain't fine enough like me. Yeah, too bad I might make her my accessory. My mama said I rock like too much black, I might need me an exorcist. That me shine forever. If it's time, I'm ready. I might turn on it. We on the 5th level, getting cash forever.
And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. Yeah, she shaking that shit like an earthquake. I know it's never. But I couldn't be like you, I could never. He said he couldn't be like me, he could never. It's hard to say loyal to you when she looking at me in that way.
Yo, me that like me, you can never. Yo, me that like me, you can never. Yo, me that like how I might never. Yeah, shot it right forever.
We work to work, you late to work, I holla and they send it. You know my pride was colder than Chicago in December. Came up in Inglewood with her mama was her daddy. And when I'm in the Midwest, she say holla at your family. My dog paid me that taste like candy. My dog out laying them law, he ain't breaking none laws out. I'm a top dog. Rollin' when I let the outside, but you doing donuts. Yeah, got the money in the headlight. Big dog every time we hit the red lights. Just shine, ain't nothing but a good day. Don't they ain't teach me how to pump fake. Big shot, I ain't tripping, I don't wanna lose count. Talking my, it was just us. Up drive, hop in my ride, pat me that. On the west side, on the 110, swinging. Let's grill, let's spill, spin a few crumbs. Pop smoke, young, no, too much. Spaceships, fake boat, Kanye, young, don't stay too long. Big truck, big wheel, big rock, all hate my guts. Tryna gain my trust, but it's all out lust. Got the money in the headlight. Big dog every time we hit the red lights. Just shine, ain't nothing but a good day. Don't they ain't teach me how to pump fake. Big shot. Tell them I'm a cool cat. Yeah, tell them I'm a top dog. Rollin' when I let them outside, but you